Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Apollo Justice. We've just found a pair of panties inside the trash bin. I'm pretty sure we know who those belong to. I'm not sure we're going to run into her just yet, but I think we finished basically looking into stuff here and moving on some elsewhere to get more information. Oh, she's still not here, so I guess we won't have to worry about that. Did I need to examine the bloomers? I don't even know. These bloomers sure have a distinct design. You certainly know who they belong to at a glance. That way she doesn't have to write her name on them. Genius! I would think writing your name would be easier than drawing a plum blossom. Okay, I'm sorry. It took me a while to remember what exactly I need to be doing, and then I remembered, right, I need to go to the detention center. Go me! I'm sorry, meeting hours for the day are all done. But we still have 3 minutes! I'll put in your request, but don't expect anything. The father's talking in the private room with him. The father? You mean like a priest? I mean the suspect's father, Mr. Winfred Bigwins Kitaki himself. Not someone I care to—
Die, you! You're the one on your way out, old—
They're here. Oh, Jesus. Whoa, this guy radiates power. Power? With a cute apron? You Waukie's lawyer? Yes, sir. Well, I'm Big Wins Kitaki, 4th head of the Kitaki family. Capiche? Actually, I came to speak to your son. Mr. Justice. Yes? My son's innocent. He killed no one. If he were found guilty, it wouldn't be good. Capiche? Yes, I'm all about capiching. Capised out loud and clear. You gotta do more than just understand to make it. You'll learn, though. Even if the lesson comes at the end of your short life. I don't feel so good.
What's the big idea, old man? You can't treat me like a kid no more, not now. You know, I wanted to go to the clink. I like it here.
You must be Waukie?
A G's not a G till he does hard time. Bizoi! You'll see. When I get out of here, things will change.
Silence! My apologies, Mr. Justice. He's usually such a nice boy. Forgive me if I have a hard time believing that.
Ha! Can't take me under your wing this time, old man. You heard me. I don't need no trial. I did it.
Waukie, please. I think that's enough for today, Mr. Justice. Don't let me down tomorrow. Sure, we'll try not to, Mr. Big Guy. Jesus. So much for talking to our client. But we made so much progress today. We even found my panties. I had fun at least. Of course, the biggest mystery of all remains. How am I supposed to build a case for the trial? Oh, I almost forgot. It's time for my show. Tonight I'm performing at the Wonder Bar. You should come check it out. To be continued. Oh, we are still continuing because that was really short. No, we're not saving just in case. Huh. Mr. Wright's not here today? He said his old foot injury was acting up. Old injury? He was all smiles yesterday. Yes, he smiled when he said we'd be fine, as long as you're there, Trucy. Yeah, fine. We'll be fine. Here comes Justice. I started my voice training at 5 this morning. Ooh, do some now. I want to see, hear. Huh? Oh, okay. My name is Apollo Justice and I'm fine! That sounds more like a self-mantra than a voice training.
I'm fine, you know what I'm saying?
Are you sure, Walkie? Good morning.
Yo, stop. Hit me with the guilty verdict, G. See if I care. You just hang loose and let things go with the flow, you know what I'm saying?
Not really. Walkie, don't be running your mouth like that in here.
See, that's the difference between me and you, old man. I ain't afraid of no cops. Real G's can't keep it real till they spend some hard time in the pen.
You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Sounds like they've both been voice training too, Apollo. My worst fears realized. The trial's starting, and I still haven't had a real talk with my client. Quacky, please! Why you gotta be a tough guy? Oh look, it's Clavier.
Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie Kentucky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready to rock and roll, Herr Judge. It's him! The guy from yesterday. He's a prosecutor? It's Mr. Gavin's brother.
Long time no see, Prosecutor Gavin. Were you taking a leave of absence?
You know that little band I started in my free time? Thing is, we got real popular. Hard to say nine to your fans when 3 of your singles go platinum, yeah?
I see. To be honest, I was a little concerned. I fear that you might still be distraught over that one trial.
Well, not to worry, Herr Judge. I wouldn't miss this day in court for the world. In worlds, it's worth more than VIP passes to one of my concerts, yeah? How could I pass up a chance to see the true strength of that little boy who bested my brother? It was worth canceling a show or two.
Understood. You may give your opening statements to the court.
Before that, I was thinking, is the air in this courtroom not a bit serious?
It is a court of law.
That's no way to get the crowd jumping, Herr Judge.
They're not supposed to jump, and this is a courtroom.
Act on, baby. Today we play it my way. What's that noise? Sometimes you have to get up in order to get down to prosecuting. This is crazy. The victim, Pal Meritist, director of the Meritist Clinic. The scene, the people park. He was found pulling a noodle stand.
What in the world was a doctor doing pulling a noodle stand?
Yes, I believe you will only find that out by asking the defendant right here, right now. Because it's undeniable that the truth... God, sorry. Because it's an undeniable truth that he shot the victim. What do you mean, undeniable? If you are to glare at anyone, Herr Justice, glare at the punk in the defendant's chair. His crimes was witnessed quite clearly, you see.
Very well. Please admit this witness to the court.
Air guitar! Freaking Clavier. He's not like my biggest favorite character, but he's always entertaining to watch. 9, not yet. First, there is a little matter to be cleaned up. Could you talk without the accompaniment? I swear I could see the guitar for a second.
What is it, Prosecutor Gavin?
The motive, Herr Judge. Why did the little punk do it? Why did he kill the director of the Meritist Clinic? Not so fast. The defendant doesn't have to explain that. Oh, but what if the defendant specifically requests to do so, as he did this morning? I want to give a shout out to my homies, I believe he said.
What?
Oh my god, Waki. What is right? They always say that on stage you should hit the crowd with speed and ferocity. Sounds like he got you good, huh, Polly?
It's not a good thing to be happy about right now. Well, this is highly unusual, but the court will now hear from the defendant concerning his motive in the crime.
Why? No, let's not!
So, you, son, are defendant. Waki, are you?
I ain't your son, old man. You step to a Kataki, you best be prepared to step strong.
You step to the public official. You best be prepared to step into jail. You gotta hand it to him. Waki sure has guts.
It's not his guts I'm worried about. Well then, the court will now hear testimony on the defendant's motive. From the defendant himself.
Waki, please, no. Can we just not?
I'll tell you one thing, that doctor was a quacker. Someone had to show him what's what. I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my ops, something bad. Then he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye. So I gotta go in, get another doc to patch me up again. That was the day I done figured it out. No OG's gonna let that pass. That's why I went to his pad that night. Know what I'm saying?
You're saying you were one of the victim's patients.
A lot of stuff goes down when you're keeping it real on the street. True that. I tell you one thing, that doc was whack.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination.
I can't believe this is the first time I'm hearing about all of this.
Alright, I guess we're gonna press everything now.
First of all, the word you're looking for is quack. And isn't that a little harsh? He's your family's doctor.
Who asked you, Pointy Locks? Just who do you think you are?
Last I checked, I'm your defense attorney. Your lawyer?
Look, I ain't trying to hear that. He was a quacker, plain and simple.
By someone, you mean... Was there anyone with a score to settle with this doctor? Besides you, I mean.
You better ask somebody else, Holmes. What do I care? I made up my own mind and did what had to be done. Straight gangsta style.
But why were you so mad at this doctor?
Yo, sit back and listen while I drop it, J-Man.
Okay, we're skipping that.
Gotta skip all three of those statements.
You figured it out that day? So you had no idea until then?
For half a year, I didn't notice a thing.
What? You had a bullet in your chest and you didn't know?
Heh. Takes more than a bullet to bring me down, Holmes.
How many bullets does it take?
Oh, so that's what happens when you skip. Anyway.
You went to his pad. Did you have any appointment to meet with the victim? In the park, perhaps?
You out of your mind? Who makes an appointment to get the drop on someone? I came ready to fight my way into that clinic of his. Shortest way to the clinic from my place is through that park, know what I'm saying?
He's right. That does seem to be the shortest path.
There I was, cold walking through the park. when he comes popping up out of nowhere, right before my eyes. I figured someone up on high was looking out for me, you know what I'm saying?
This sounds bad right from the get-go.
Well, there won't be any get-go if we don't get some more information.
Right, first gather the facts. Time enough for despair later. How about we just despair now? Alright, back to pressing those 3 statements I skipped. So you were a patient at the Maractus Clinic half a year ago. For what reason?
I had what you might call a mark of honor.
Can you explain precisely what was wrong?
We had a little run-in with the Rivales family. That's when I pulled a jack move. And ran into an ambush. G busted a cap right in me.
According to my sources, you couldn't stand the stress of waiting. And ran in 15 minutes before the appointed time. By yourself.
Hey, I was more than a match for those guys.
So you were carried to the Maractus Clinic from there. Apparently, he was shot in the heart.
Shot in the heart and he's still alive? I can catch bullets between my teeth, but I never learned how to catch them with my heart.
You don't want to do that anyway.
The bullet stopped just short of my thumper, you know what I'm saying? I would have been golden if it weren't for that whack doc. Can't even take out a stupid bullet.
So, as you say, the surgery was a failure.
That ain't all of it, Holmes.
What do you mean he just let you go without a word?
What do you think it means? It's whack, that's what.
I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds bad. It sounds as though Herr Doctor wished to hide his mistake. This is why he let the defendant go.
He's a liar, straight up. He's a badder G than me.
So this bullet is still...
You know it, I can still feel it. Right there in my chest, pressing up against my heart.
Your words are like a bullet shot straight into my heart. Or something to that effect. Incidentally, that's from one of our hit singles. Well, that sounds like a straightforward case of malpractice.
Word, J-Man. Weren't no accident, that's for shizzle.
It seems that there were issues with this doctor.
Man, putting him down was like doing the world a favor.
Walkie, please consult your lawyer before saying things like that. Chin up, Apollo. Back straight.
But why did this mistake only come to light that day? It was found during the family health checkup.
The family checkup?
That was the wackest thing of all. All us G's taking eye exams and all that. Better to die young than fade away, boy.
A relief to hear.
Huh? What's the relief?
Oh? Did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you.
What?
Yes, Herr Dr. Maractus had knowledge concerning this ticking time bomb in you. Knowledge that could have saved your life.
No way. That's whacked.
There is proof. Your checkup report.
Well, thanks for that.
How ironic that you would kill the one man capable of helping you. You're almost as careless as he was.
Great job, Walkie.
Well, now that the place is hopping, let's get this gig started. Started? We've had enough of a warm-up act, yeah? Time to hear from the witness.
Walkie sure is quiet all of a sudden. I'm a little uneasy myself. Is this Galvin's strategy? Well, don't you look like a scholar? So, you will tell us your name and occupation. My name is Wesley Stickler. By occupation, I take it you refer to the Prophet's Society at large, under which definition I must confess to being undergraduate. However, we must acknowledge which is community attached, and once we have accepted this reality, confusion is not gestalt per se. The vagueness inherited in all representations, by which he means to say that he is a student. A junior at Ivy University, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, in the Department of Science and Engineering. Filled with curiosity for all things, I spend my days in pursuit of truth, honing my... Herr Stickler, please direct said curiosity to the case at hand today. Very well, Mr. Stickler. Please testify to the court about what you saw the night of the crime. You ask, quite simplistically, what I saw. Understand that Homo sapiens is designed to reveal and interpret data. Oh my god, Stickler, stop! Stop! Just stop, please. Focus. That night, I passed through the park on my way home from shopping when I saw them. One man pulling a stand, another man facing him. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was a defendant. In his hand he held, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. Didn't he have a knife? A shot. The bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead. Was there anyone else in the park at that time? That's the checkup report. That's the autopsy I need to see. To the right temple, so it's not actually in the front. I can say with 100% accuracy that there was not. The pistol a witness refers to is this. The court accepts this into evidence. Very well, Mr. Justice. You may cross-examine the witness. Yes, Your Honor. Trucy? Why are you staring like that at the witness? That man. I can't help but feel I've seen him somewhere before. Don't stare at him too hard. On the way home from shopping, you say? Why go through the park? Ah, fascinating inquiry. Revealing me culpable of being insufficiently voiced, let us consider the time saved by passing through the park on the way home from the store. In that time, I am capable of solving 2 GMAT problem sets. On average, it requires me 3 minutes, ergo the time to complete 2 is on average 6. However, in the case that the question are in verbal category, admittedly not... That's enough! Enough! I get the idea. Mr. Justice, the court hopes to finish cross-examination sometime this month. Please, I have a recording booked after this trial. And I've got a show to perform. Gee, sorry you're all so busy. Were these men talking by any chance? Now that you mention it, they were, though I cannot claim I heard them clearly. Only fragments, such as, "You lied to me, Owen. I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, pal." It's just as our defendant claims. I believe he wished to teach the victim what it felt like to take a bullet in the heart. If that's true, then this is a vital piece of testimony. Sounds like he heard them clearly enough to me. Hold it. Might I be allowed to amend my testimony? What now? To be precise, he did not say pal, but man. Yes, that was the way of it. I swear it on my diploma. What's the difference? And this other man, who was he? How can you be so sure it was the defendant? The crime took place at night. It would have been too dark.
Perhaps I was remiss in not mentioning this earlier. Huh? You see, in class, I always sit in the very backmost seat. Do you know why?
Who cares?
Because I do not wish anyone to copy my perfect notes.
And this relates to your testimony how?
I mention this to illustrate my predisposition to that which is perfect. It was dark, you say, yet there are lights in the park. If I say the defendant was in the park that night, then he was in the park that night. It is hard, immutable fact. He sure is confident. He seems to be telling the truth, too. Ugh. Are you sure the pistol you saw is the same as the one just submitted as evidence? Am I sure? Surely you jest. Or so a common witness would be tempted to say.
Huh? Stickler, please, stop being really fanciful with your words.
Yet I am no common witness. I see not only events as they are, but the logical structure governing these events.
Okay.
First, we must consider the fact that it was night in the park, which indeed might field the vision due to insufficient levels of illumination. Consider that the pistol, let us call it Object A, becomes difficult to say with certainty that Object A was indeed Object A. I think he means he couldn't see it that clearly.
My badge for a normal witness. My badge for a normal trial!
Yet the fact that a pistol was fired before my eyes is indisputable. I can still see it when I close my eyes. The defendant raised his weapon.
Are you absolutely certain about only one shot was fired?
Yes, of course. It was one shot. Why do you ask?
Aha! A contradiction! Finally!
Mr. Stickler, according to the court record, the pistol was fired twice.
A clear
Good eyes, Herr Justice. You're cool. Real cool.
Eh? You really think so?
Yet there is no reason why this other shot had to have been fired that night.
Meaning? Oops, and my screen went dark.
This pistol came from the Kentucky family mansion, ja? I think it's not unreasonable to assume the pistol had been fired once before that night. During perhaps another altercation.
Ugh, he's got a point.
Judging from his smug expression, I'd say Prosecutor Gavin had that answer ready before he even spotted the problem.
He seems pretty confident in his testimony.
We always make the biggest mistakes when we're our most confident. He's got a weak point somewhere, Apollo. Find it.
Right. Better give that testimony another listen. Alright, now we get to present the autopsy report when he's talking about a shot from the front. If that's all of it, I think I have a chance.
Is that you, relaxing? I see, Herr Justice.
Huh? Oh, objection! Once is quite enough, Mr. Justice.
Apollo, pace yourself. This trial's not over yet.
Right. Look at this. The autopsy report. Is there a problem with the autopsy report? Right, a problem. Problem. Yes, the problem is the location of the entry point, or entry wound. The location? You testified that the killer shot the victim square in the forehead, did you not?
I have already determined your angle of inquiry. Allow me to explain. It is quite simple, really. First, understand that when I say square, I speak not geometrically. What do you mean by this? What do I mean by this? The wavelength of the light emitted by a krypton particle, as we all know, is well-known fact that krypton particles are rare. Which points to the basic fallacy in your line of reasoning.
Mr. Justice!
Yes?
What's your objection to these, krypton particle things?
This is the big time, and you are obsessed with something so small. You disappoint me.
No, I'm obsessed with something big! I mean, there's a bigger, less nitpicky problem here. Do tell. Just look at the autopsy report. The location of the entry room was the right temple.
The temple?
Mr. Stickler, you said quite clearly that the victim was shot square in the forehead. That's a contradiction. Isn't it? Isn't it? Wait, why are you asking this, Apollo? It should be. You should be really confident about this. Oh my goodness. Alright, okay, we're gonna have to stop here because we're running a little bit over time now, so we'll continue this in the next video.
Real G's can't keep it real till they spend some real time in the pen. That's not the line. Look, I ain't trying to hear that. He was a quacker. Plain and swimple. Better they die young than fade away, Bizoy. Why does he... who fucking says Bizoy? Bizoy. Every time I say it, doesn't sound natural. Doesn't sound natural. Taisa. Tice.